High School, and of course a very, very special welcome to our VIPs for the day, our 2021 graduating students of Olympia State School. Thank you to our parents and special guests for joining us on this very special day when we celebrate and acknowledge the talents of our students and share in the graduation of a very special group of kids. Year 6 graduating students, congratulations on reaching this milestone in your education. Today, for you, is a rite of passage. The point in time when you close the door on your primary school education and transition into the next phase of your education journey. Many of you will remember how you felt when you first began your very first day of prep a number of years ago now. When each of you began school, you may have felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Maybe you had butterflies in your stomach thinking about the unknown experiences ahead of you. You definitely would have looked very cute, and you may even have had some older buddies in the school taking care of you. Well, you have certainly grown a lot since then. You've learned about spelling and multiplication, you've learned about fractions and assignments, but most importantly, you have become the student leaders of our school, and you are the one helping our younger students. Your parents have watched you grow and learn throughout your primary school years. They've encouraged you, I reckon they've nagged you, they've cheered for you, they've laughed with you, and they've probably even cried for you. And I would suggest there could well be some tears in the audience today. Your parents have tied your shoelaces, they've made your costumes, they've organised your tuck shop, and they've probably left some big sticky lipstick kisses on your chin. And I wonder if you are going to let them do that next year. Maybe. All in all, they have been there to ensure that every part of your primary school education was the best it could be. To the parents here today, we thank you for sharing your kids with us. They are a credit to you, and I'm sure you are very proud of them today and every day. Your teachers, boys and girls, over the years have walked alongside you. They have provided you with encouragement, and they have closely guided your learning and your behaviour choices. They have taught you about resilience and courage and persistence and organisation. They have taught you teamwork, and of course, they've taught you the 8 learning areas. Through their teaching, your parents and your teachers have provided you with a toolkit. It is a toolkit for life and learning that you will be able to draw on next year and beyond when you are tackling assignments, solving problems with friends, or studying for exams. Having a toolkit for life reminds me of a story about a carpenter who had been working for 40 years to build beautiful houses. He was an excellent tradesman and had a good reputation for building quality homes. When building a house, he would take great care to consider and select just the right tool from his toolkit and use it to the very best of his ability. He approached every building project as if it was going to be his own house. His homes made many families very happy because they knew they could rely on him to build a home that would be completed on time, that would be made with the finest materials of workmanship, so that it would stand strong and withstand years of weather and ageing. After 40 years of hard work and loyal service, he decided that it was time to retire. He wanted a change and he wanted to spend time with his family. One day, after he had handed the keys over to another happy family, he told his boss of his intentions His boss was of course very grateful for the carpenter's years of service, and his skills had ensured that his boss had made quite a lot of money. The carpenter's boss said that he understood, but he asked him to stay on to complete just one more task. The carpenter agreed, but when he began building the house, he realised that his heart just wasn't in it. He was so keen to retire, he rushed his work to get the last house built as quickly as he could. He didn't take as much time to consider the tools he would use, and he took some shortcuts. He didn't finish things off to his usual standard, and he was happy enough to leave parts of the house that weren't quite right. He didn't approach this project as though it was his own. When he finished, there were many faults in the house that the carpenter knew about, but to the untrained eye, they'd probably pass inspection, and the poor workmanship probably wouldn't be found for years to come. The carpenter knew that it wasn't his best effort, and he didn't feel too proud of this last project. Nonetheless, he reported to his boss that the job was finished. His boss thanked him for his many years of service and told the carpenter that he had a retirement gift for him. The carpenter's boss handed the carpenter a beautiful box. Inside the box was a set of keys, and the keys belonged to the house that the carpenter had just built. The carpenter told the boss that the home he had built was a gift to thank him for all his years of wonderful service. The carpenter was overwhelmed by the generosity of his gift and the kindness of his boss. Whilst the carpenter gratefully accepted the gift, a few days later he couldn't help but wonder, if only I had known that the house was to be my home, I would have chosen to do things differently. I would have put in more effort. I wouldn't have rushed. I wouldn't have taken shortcuts, and I wouldn't have settled for just an average job. The consequence of the carpenter's choices was that now he had to live in a house knowing that it was not the best effort and it was far from ideal. The carpenter had learned that the choices we make every day create the life that we live. How you attend to tasks like homework, like assignments, how you speak to each other, how you deal with problems and conflict, your attitude toward life and its challenges, all of these choices create the world that you live in. And therefore, Olympia State School graduates, as you step through the front gate of your secondary school with those butterflies in your stomach and excitement, I encourage you to remember how important your choices are. Work hard and you will achieve your goals. Work casual and you won't. It is as simple and as hard as that. So boys and girls, build wisely. Becoming a teenager will be a wonderful adventure for you, but along the way you will also be faced with challenges and decisions. Stay strong, remembering your values, doing things for yourself, learning from your mistakes and working hard to overcome challenges are a necessary part of growing up. If you remain sheltered and protected by your parents and teachers, you would never learn the skills that you need for life, nor develop the strength of character to be truly independent adults. My wish for you is that you reach for the stars by putting your best effort in every time, that you won't settle for ordinary or mediocre, that you will draw from the toolkit that your teachers and parents have so kindly given you, so that you can create and achieve the life of which you dream now and beyond. Congratulations, Year 6 and best wishes for Year 7. We all look forward to hearing about your success in the future. Boys and girls and mums and dads, I would now like to introduce for you one final time this year the 2021 school captains for Olympus State School. Before you clap them, can I please introduce, and they'll come up to the stage I'm sure in just a moment, Kiara Dixon and Carl Turnbull, our 2021 school captains. Please welcome them for me. And can you please also welcome Maddie Hay and Oliver Shea, our 2021 vice captains. Come on up, guys. These four young people have done an outstanding job this year in being our student leaders, and I would like to acknowledge the work that they have done, and I invite everyone here to congratulate them. Are you guys ready to go? All right.
As we near the end of our primary school journey, we begin to reflect on all the memories and experiences we have shared together over these last 6 years or so. Most of the Year 6 students began life at Olympus in prep. My prep teacher was Mrs. Graham, and my first memory of school was making friends with Cody. Today we ask all of the Year 6 students to remember their past teachers and teacher aides who have worked so hard to ensure we achieved our very best. Please make sure you find time to say goodbye to these teachers and thank them for their help and support.
Of course, we need to thank our present teachers as well. Miss Desbrow, Miss Murray, Miss Tempero, Miss Graham, Miss Roberts and Miss Schultz. Thank you for teaching us in our final year. Thank you for your guidance, for your compassion, for your support and especially for your patience. Thank you also to the support staff who have helped us this year. Thank you, Mr. Head, Miss James, and our wonderful teacher aides.
It is so great to have our parents here this morning to see us graduate. They have seen us grow from tiny preps to senior students and have supported us through the ups and downs of this journey. They remain our most important support as we step into high school, and I'm sure they can't wait for us to be teenagers. On behalf of our 2021 graduates, thank you, parents, for unconditionally being there for us. We love you.
Finally, we need to acknowledge our peers. Some of us have been friends together since even before prep, and some of us have been friends this year, and some of us will go on to high school with each other and hopefully remain friends. As we get older, our friends become more important as we support and encourage each other through the next journey. Thank you to all my friends and all the 2021 graduates for being such a great group to be with.
Also, thank you to the 2021 past captains who have worked so well together to contribute to Olympus. Bandy captains, Olivia Young and Nikki Koppelman. The vice captains, Charlie Koppelman and Sarah Joyce. Banksia captains, Hannah Mandry and Emerson Scotland. The vice captains, Madison Jones and Tyler Smith. Aurora captains, Grady Trins and Sinead Peters. Vice captains, Emery McGrath and Lorenzo Goldman. The music captain, Ariel Gordy.
Thanks, captains. It's been lovely working with you. Thank you for that lovely address. Morning, everybody. Our next part of the ceremony is we are going to present each and every one of you with a graduation certificate. So I would like to invite Mrs. Desbrow. Thank you, Mrs. Desbrow.
certificates, I just want to say thanks to my beautiful class this year. Eleanor Barry. Hudson Court. Joshua Comer. Tristan Dulbon. Alexander Duncan. Taviana Evans. Ariel Gordon. Gabrielle Georgescu. Abigail Kiffin. Hannah Creish. Patrick Bell. Katie Munns. Kenji Richards. Antonio Sard. And Cassandra Sundell. And all year I've been calling them the champions, so here are your champions for 2021.
Now I'd like to invite up Miss Murray, 560.
Thanks, Anna. I'm tearing already. So I'm going to get on with it. Our first one from 560 is Marley Adams.
Talking with my But Mummy, look. I do this.
Abby Gleason.
You might do this part on my friend.
Aiden Hanson. Kate McKenzie. Molly Marcellus. Johnny McCormack. Jack O'Brien. Sinead Pearce. Emerson Scotland. Oliver. Grady Tunis. Madison Toombs. And lucky last, Khan Temple. And this is sixes from 5-6B for 2021.
Come on, Mrs. Marcellos. Thank you, 5-6B. I'd like now to invite Mr. Tempero up, 5-6C.
Hi everyone. I'll just say a few words before we begin. They say that you never forget your first class. This is not my first year teaching, but this is definitely my first year teaching a composite and a group of year sixes. And boy, will it be hard to forget these kids. They are truly amazing, and I've been so blessed to have been their teacher this year. I'm really grateful. Thank you guys for everything. So, without further ado, first up, we have Lincoln Burks. Sam Bowers. Byron Bridges. Bailey Buda. Zoe Byron. Tyson Chantney. Kaylee Cox. Kiara Dixon.
Mommy, I see part of it. Why? I just took a video.
Chloe
I
Hart.
just put it on the wall.
Jack Horner.
Mom, James Irwin.
James Irwin. Sarah Joyce.
Byron got it. Mom, can I get more closer?
Keenan Longford.
It's just really, can I go over that?
Jackson Neve. Taylor Pfeiffer is absent today, but we also have, last but not least, Kobe Boyes.
Is that all I have to video? What?
Please join me in congratulating 560 class of 2021.
I see Byron in that photo in the front. I see Byron like that little bit more.